What's up, y'all? It's your boy Byron, the instructor. Today, we're going to talk about Nextorch. Now, we got a couple things on the table. One, we're going to start with the UT41. Now, one of the things I like about this, now, this is additional, but I'm going to tell you why it's good to have. So, a lot of people that are out and about at night, if your partner is walking somewhere, let's say your patrol area is pretty decent, but you want to be able to see your partner. This is important. Because now you don't mistake your partner for somebody randomly that could have trespassed, right? So gear like this is essential if you're a person that works in nightclubs. When it's time to do the let out, fights happen. Before you jump in the mix, this is something that you should have activated so your team can identify everybody that is on their side. These are things to think about when you're in the field. Don't wait till you're in the field and things go bad to then go back and want to say, oh, but we could have. It's too late then. Somebody could be hospitalized or worse. Now, another one, the K40. You see this little guy right here, right? This is a little pocket clipper. Now this one, I don't want to flash y'all out. So with this one, you definitely get this. Super bright, 700 lumens. Now, this, you see how small this is? Self-defense. If somebody comes up and something that you can hold in your hand and you could just be walking and somebody says, hey, give me your wallet. Now, this could provide enough distraction time for you to close the gap, go hands-on if you're confident in your hand-to-hand capabilities. If you're carrying a firearm and your state provides, that gives you a chance to get distance, get off of the X, and then draw and do what you may need to do. So remember, things like this are tools that buy you time. Now, in real life, you don't have a lot of time. You're already behind the curve. So this can buy you that second for you to become in a positive position to win and go home. Now, this one right here. Now, I like this. This is actually one I run when I'm on duty.
It's the TA30C.
The which one?
TA30C.
TA30C. Now, I like it because I can clip it on my pocket.
Yep.
And then, if I'm walking around, I know I'm gonna need it. Boom, right off. Then, soft press. If I'm searching, somebody pops out, press a little harder. Crazy thing is, I actually literally used the strobe on here about 2-3 weeks ago. So very effective, very bright. You flash this in somebody's face, they're gonna stop. It sucks to be on the receiving end. So this is another efficient tool that you can have, not to mention I like this because also, if you're talking to somebody and something goes left and you need to go hands-on, boom, you can still do whatever you need to do. Now, let's say that you have your firearm. Obviously, this is a Mantis inert training pistol, so nothing, right? So let's say if I had to go to this, and let's say I don't have a weapons light on here, right? Then I can modify my grip and use my other hand if I'm searching, not breaking my grip. Just understanding the way that you can utilize this with all of the other tools and the systems you're already running. So if y'all want more stuff like this, y'all gotta get in the comments. Now, if you're interested in some cool tools like Nextorch, one of the guys you gotta come talk to is my guy, Jeff. Dr. Jeff. Put some respect on the doctor.
Back at you. So, along the lines of working with the fingering, which is really cool, this has a nano-ceramic bezel. So if I am in close contact and Byron's bad guy, right, and we're engaging and I'm striking, that's going to say hello because that's glass break. The other thing with the fingering itself, we can also modify a grip like this, so we can use the palm of our hand when we have our firearm, so we can do it that way. Well, that's okay. I thought we had it on silent. That's all right. All good. We're always busy, folks. It's all good. And strobe. So you can use it with either hand, obviously. The nice thing about this too, as you turn the dial to get the different functions, which you can see here, I want you to just kind of focus on this. When I turn it off, that flashing blue means we got enough juice left in here. If it starts flashing red, I gotta recharge it. So that's one way we know.
And guess what? When you take it off, the battery is rechargeable. USB-C. So if you have a newer iPhone, Samsung products, but you know we're team iPhone, Apple. I need to check. Anyhow, you can use that same charger to get all of your own equipment charged up and ready to go.
Yeah, all of
now, I would say if you're running a flashlight, if you utilize it more, if you utilize your flashlight more, I would say charge it every other week, and you should be good to go.
Yep. And this one also comes with its own holder. So the really nice thing about this holder, show you right here. If we flip this down, if you have laser cut on your molly gear, this will close that gap for you so it won't move around. Clip on your belt or on your load bearing vest. And when we put this in, and we lock it in, you can see that it is not going to be depressed. So it's not going to go off by accident. The other thing is really nice. This can turn any way you want it. So you can position it any way you want on your belt. And then you just lock it in. When I take it out, I'm ready to go. So this is a really nice addition. Or for everyday carry, throw it in your pocket. And then we have our baton before we get to the little secret thing we got in there called our ND30B, the flashbang without the incendiary. It's amazing. We'll talk about that and show that to you shortly. This is the Nextorch baton. So comes with different holders. This one has a safety lock on it. Okay, but as we bring it out, we're ready to go. The nice thing about this, it has the close button right on it. This is aircraft aluminum, and then it has a steel, so it's nice and light. They make a all steel version, or they make this one, which has the aircraft aluminum and the steel, so it is a little bit lighter. It's called a quick air baton. Either way, we have this here, and all we do is we're ready to go. And then we can do our strike, two-handed strike, whatever we're going to do with the baton. So I'm going to let Byron talk about the vest here real quick and the gloves. So the gloves are really cool. These are called the General, and they are pretty amazing how they work. So if you notice, the fingers are curved. Why? Because your fingers are curved. What else? It has some stitching that is unlike others. It is not going to come apart. It is really well thought out, the whole thing, and it has a great grip. So if you've been out either in the snow, the rain, you're hot, you're sweaty, whatever, you have these on, you're retaining your tools. You can get to your cuffs, you can get to your OC, you can get to your baton, and best thing is you can still use your cell phone without taking them off. So these are called the General by Nextorch. These are fantastic gloves. They're really, really worth getting. And then we have a couple of vests here, which we'll get to, and then we're going to talk about a little surprise here.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Byron, the instructor. I'm back. Now y'all see this Armor Republic, just doing a duty belt for extra effect, so y'all get an idea. You can set some things. Somebody need to take the rod to lightning. Need that baton to come out. Once again, Nextorch. But the one thing I want to say about this is rifle rated. So this is very light. These are ceramic plates, and this is very light. I could run and gun with this hours of running and gunning because it's that lightweight. Not to mention these are comfy, so even if it was heavier, and y'all probably looking like, oh, you look a little tight. And this isn't covering your whole stomach. But guess what is covered? All of my vitals. And that's the point of plate carriers like this. They're not meant to cover everything. These are for when the shit hits the fan.
Yep, and you have the cummerbund on, so you can talk about the side panels.
Yes. Oh, get that side protection. Protect it over here, man. And then one of the good things too, the way that this is cut, if you are running a rifle, which you probably will be if you have this on, you had a nice little pocket that you can still get that stock in.
Yep.
So you can still come up, and if you need to transition for whatever reason, shoulder bump, you can still get all of that stuff in that work in. Now, as you see, I still got Jeff here with me.
Jeff here.
Heavy on the doctor. And we have another one, this Vism. Now this will be more of your standard vest. Obviously you can see it's a little bit longer. With this one, Jeff, can we do side protection? It looks like it's built, so we could do side protection on this.
Actually, you can go up to a 6x13, so it can wrap the whole way. 6x6, 6x8.
Get that protection all the way around.
Yep.
Now, typically, if you do see somebody that has one of these might be over top of a vest like that. Now, depending on what you're doing, you can set up your vest to either go over, and a lot of times you can make adjustments on the fly if you're out and about, and in the world we live in, maybe somebody starts shooting, and you get to your car, and you got to go get your family. You throw this on, you grab whatever you need to grab, and I'm gonna say, stay Pacific, know your laws. However, I'm letting you know, if my family's life is in danger, I'll deal with whatever comes with that later. That's me. This is not legal advice. You do what works for you. I'm just saying what works for me. Now, this one is more of your regular duty vest that you'll wear just on a regular. This doesn't have a place in it.
No.
But I'm still, listen, this with plates weighs like a little bit more than this without plates, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's how light these are. But one of the things that I'm noticing a lot of people, y'all probably see too, Molly is the new wave. Just because you can take more off of your waist and have more up here. So if I'm running my rifle and I go dry, I could just bring it up, out, in, back into the fight. So it's certain things like with Molly, not to mention you see a lot of people that were out on duty and patrol, and you see a lot of officers that end up having hip issues later because of all of the weight on their waist. Then if you got to chase somebody, it's a lot better to have some of that weight up here.
Absolutely.
And off of your hips. So then if you're running, you know, you don't have all of that extra movement and motion going on.
Yeah, it'll distribute so that weight's so much better having some of the gear up here. Plus, everything's up front now. So if we're doing any kind of, as Byron mentioned, with the magazine change, but also you can run your light on here. You can run your UT41 light, right? You throw that on there as well, and you throw it right on the uplet. So right on the uplets it can go. You know, it can go right on here.
Okay.
That one will actually, if you unclip the Velcro, you can just throw it right on.
I'm feeling this. And we outside. And we ready. And it's time for y'all to go home.
You got to go on with it.
Or you got to get out.
One or the other. But going home at the end is the best.
Right.
That is the best. Excellent. Yeah, and then there's different lights, so you can even put on a white light, so you can see. And if you're in a low light situation, you can run the green, you can run the orange.
You'll be surprised how well this works for communication if you can't talk, but you can see each other.
Yep. So I could say, if I put orange on, you guys are coming. But nobody else is going to know what orange means.
Mm-hmm. And it's just that simple.
And now you're clearing the way, you're letting it identify, you can leave it steady red, you can leave it steady
And you
blue.
could, if your guys see this and they, you know you're dealing with a situation, a couple clicks, and like I said, they know it. They see red, they know it's about to be. It's about to get ugly.
It's going down.
Because if you see red, listen, man, listen. So it was different ones. Then if things change, the person complies, you might be able to hit it again so it turns blue. These are ways that you can communicate with your team without talking to them. Visually, they'll know what's going on. And then, I guess this is if you're not sure. If you're free, come over. And then, like Jeff was saying, green, we're good to go. And then white light if it's dark. And you might need something if you're moving around, keep your hands free, turn this on. But also remember, if you're going in the dark area, know what you're doing because this makes you a target. Get the gloves too. And then, you know, you get little hooks so you can have them hanging on your vest. You know, you got to be tactically cool and stuff. You see, you get that Velcro on Velcro because, you know, I see a lot of y'all out here. Y'all just want to be cool with the vest on. Y'all probably don't train that much, but y'all, you 52 fake out. It's okay. I got it.
It's all good.
Oh. Something you should have One, you learn how to utilize everything that's in here, because if you're carrying things to put holes in people, you should also carry things that could patch people up, because it could be one of your members, your team members, it could be you, and realistically in everyday life, you'll probably use an IFAK before you use your firearm. And if you're in a situation where you probably use your firearm first, maybe you should relocate. I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's running. We're grown, nobody had time to get in these conflicts now. So, yeah, but IFAKs, these save lives.
Yep, and then you can either just carry just the tourniquet with the shears by itself too.
Yep, exactly. Why shears? Because sometimes you need to cut some clothes off, get some material out of the way to get to where the wound is.
And as you can see. Ooh, excellent.
Listen, I'm letting y'all know now. Listen, this is special. If I tell y'all ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here, and you see me walk around with this, listen, when this come out, and you see, this is me making the adjustments for how long. I'm going to adjust it long enough for me to get out of there. And me and my team, they going to already know. When they see this, they know what time it is. But you going FAFO, you see this? Come on, Jeff, tell them a little bit more about this one.
Absolutely. So on here we have, it's rubberized. It's good for a 9-foot throw, so you can toss it. On here, you can adjust the delay. You can also adjust how many times it's going to go off. That all works with this key right here, which is part of the pin. So just like a traditional flashbang, it actually fits in a flashbang pouch. However, when we pull it, okay, we can toss that. I suggest painting them. I paint them a fluorescent color. Why? Because that's staying with us, and this is going somewhere else. But this one's reusable, so it lasts. I've used this one for probably 300 times, and I haven't had to charge it yet. So as soon as I let go of the spoon, though, oh, you're gonna see and hear it. We'll put it right here.
I bet y'all going home now.
What? Yeah. Yeah. So I left this attached just for ease of purposes, but that would pop off if we pulled the pin on it. And then you can just secure it back. So it goes through this pin hole here. And then this has the safety latch. So you just latch it there. This way it won't pop off by accident. Because that would kind of suck. Because if you're driving around, this thing pops off. That's 130 decibels. That's a loud thing, and it is bright.
In an enclosed vehicle.
And bright. So I have had people who have used this in limited tactical capabilities, and one of them is in a closed vehicle. They had a hostage situation. They deployed it inside the vehicle because they didn't want to chance the incendiary with the hostage. Really made a distraction. They ought to then get inside. So limited tactical capabilities. It is for training purposes mostly, but it can be used tactically because there is no incendiary to this. And it is reusable, rechargeable. It is fantastic.
Which means when we're trying to clear the area out, if you don't want to leave, we're going to help you.
Roll it in, and it gives you time to go.
And we'll be waiting for you on the outside to say goodnight.
There you go. That's the ND30B.
Yeah. This right here, this is crazy. And if y'all are following, y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all coming out to the Pennsylvania Force on Force Training Academy. It's going to be crazy. You might see anybody. You might see some celebrities there, local. Shh, don't tell nobody. This right here, I'm get a couple of these. Because listen, don't be doing nothing crazy. We don't need these to pop up on no lists and all of that to get paperwork. Understand, training devices. A lot of these agents that work nightclubs, these could help you. If a situation is going left, these might help you control it without discharging your firearm. Maybe. Always be ready in case, it continues to go left. And what else you think about, Jeff? What else we haven't touched?
Well, we can briefly talk about how important it is to have some safety glasses. Well, we have them out here. These are the Wiley X brand that I recommend.
These are right here. See me?
There's different types.
I'm not one of the cool guys because I wear glasses anyway. So I'm 4 eyes all the time. Some people are 4 eyes part-time. So if you're part-time, these work.
So there's the replaceable. They have different
Oh, nice.
They have different colored lenses. So what's it? And the actual goggles are in my other bag.
Okay.
But anyhow, the idea,
Y'all get
you
it.
can see it.
You get a couple lenses, so you get some options, man. I know y'all like options, man. And these are coming in at an awesome, amazing price of...
Da, da, da. Those go for about $80.
Not bad. And you use them when you're at the range and look cool.
Well,
You
they're
know?
ballistic.
Huh?
Those are ballistic.
These are ballistic?
Ballistic rated. Yep.
Even better. You can use these in real life too.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they got them lenses for y'all to want to look cool because the sun is out a little bit. These work.
Excellent. And last but not least, we can kind of just talk about some of the swag that we have.
Ooh.
So,
Thin blue line. Remember that. Thin blue line.
these are the thin blue line right here. We got canine, different supporters. I, of course, have my canine thin blue line on. Absolutely. For those ladies out there that are in law enforcement or security, there you go. If you want to camo it out,
That's good for hunting.
but it's got the thin blue
Still
line
thin
on it.
blue line.
This comes from the Hero Company, and it says Dogs and Freedom on it. Really cool. The Hero Co. or Hero Company, they donate part of their proceeds to veterans with PTSD. They provide service dogs. So, hence the Dogs and Freedom idea, but they have many others.
And not to mention, I'm glad he said that. This is a good segue for me to shout out the shirt that Jeff is actually wearing right now. Red. Remember, everyone deployed. Highlighting all of the people in the vest that come home with PTSD. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have heard the 22 a day where people were doing 22 push-ups a day just for all of the vets that have came home and committed suicide.
Yeah, unfortunately, the 22 is representative of the number that we figure that committed suicide every day, which is not acceptable. So today is Friday. I don't know when we're going to air this, but I wore my Red Friday shirt because it is Red Friday. It is also Law Enforcement Appreciation Day today, by the way. So if you're, depending on when you're watching this, that's when this was taped, and we have the thin blue line stuff. We also have some things here. This is from Grunt Style, which is the Grunt Style shirt here. They also have their own version of the thin blue line. It's real cool.
That's hot.
On that. So that is pretty neat. Voodoo Tactical makes a very affordable hat here. When you go to the range, we should always wear a hat. Always wear a baseball cap. So when we do, we want to look cool. So they didn't put any patch you want on. This one already has the American flag on it. Kind of matches. This is for fun, right? This comes, it says Pew Pew from Combat Iron. Pretty cool.
It's my kind of patch right there.
Yeah, this is the American Way of Life, 556. There you go. Right? So, different things that we have. Also, shout out to Sabre real quick. We'll talk about some of the products that they have. In here is a pepper spray, but the unique thing about this one is it has a GPS built in.
Oh, wow.
Once you deploy it, you sprayed it, it's going to activate the GPS and let people know where you are. So, really, really nice additional tool.
Not only are you giving out the hot sauce, you're going to get to track exactly where you did it.
There you go. And this, if you wanted to just show that, I left it wrapped up, but that's Tiltal Hollow. That represents, again, veterans with PTSD, 22 a day. that helps support veterans.
Yep. Widows, I've had some cool shirts. Definitely go check them out, man. A lot of the stuff that they're doing are getting families plaques made and things like that for the people that made the ultimate sacrifice for all of the freedoms we had today.
That's it. And Hero Co makes paracord bracelets.
These
That's
are
really
durable.
nice.
These are real durable.
So not only is it for, you can wear it, but you can also use it and unravel it and save your life if you need to. So, work for both.
Can we wear these on the airplane?
You can.
The more you know.
There you go. And then we have some other supporting stuff. This is by Zox. And I just want to open it real quick just to show you. This is, besides the thin blue line, we have the thin red line.
Oh, yeah, for
our
firefighters.
brothers and sisters in fire service. And this is the thin green line for our brothers and sisters in the military. So we have thin green line, thin blue line, thin red line. Very good stuff. And for those of us that like canines, which who doesn't?
Who doesn't like dogs?
We have the thin blue line paracord leash, which is really cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is really neat. I got my little 13-pound Yorkie wearing around with that. You get your with Saber. Also, they donate to cancer. So
Ooh, that's awesome.
that is a really nice personal carry. So now most states are 3/4 of an ounce or less. Probably almost every state. I don't want to say that because I'm not giving legal advice. But
Do your own research.
do your own research. But most states, yes, this would be compliant because it's less than 3/4 of an ounce. So that probably is going to work for you. Now, if you don't want to go with that, like another cool color. Or, well, I'm digging through my bag. Oh, goodies.
I'm a good fan of giving out hot sauce.
Yeah, the hot sauce is really nice. More dogs
And it's
can
less
eat 'em.
than lethal.
Yes, it is definitely less than lethal. You need
Things
to know
you
how to
wanna know.
decontaminate someone as well. I'm
And
just
that
gonna
means
show-
that you should come get educated. You can see me, you can see Jeff,
you go.
you can see both of us, whatever.
Yeah. Prepared Hero, they make a light with a 120 decibel alarm. So you just pull this, the light goes off, the alarm goes off. Very nice for distraction and or alerting other people what's going on.
Great for ladies that are hanging out at night. If you're having a girls' night, great tool. Somebody grabs you, something goes left.
Pull it.
You had too much to drink. Somebody's trying to get you where you don't want to go.
Yep.
Pull it. Everybody's gonna pay attention.
And same thing with the K40 here. Not only can we quickly strobe somebody, but we also can use this as a signal device too. So this can be clipped in, same idea. So we have many different capabilities with the UT41, the K40, the ND30B, which is really awesome, which I think you're gonna see in some trainings that Byron's gonna be doing. Yeah, maybe. Nextorch, the general gloves, and the IFACs, of course, very important piece of gear. Learn how to save a life. Plus, if you're out there as security, law enforcement, agent, whatever, you have that obligation once the scene is safe and everything's over and done with. You can't leave the person just laying there. You got to do something. So have something that can do it. Or save yourself. Learn how to do one-handed application or buddy application. Understand where your junctional points are, where you're going to be able to put high and tight, 2 to 3 inches below the wound, never in a joint, okay, arm and leg. If we're going to deal with the torso or the head, that's just direct compression. We're never putting a tourniquet to stop bleeding on the head. Okay.
You really don't like that person. You finished them off.
You killed them. Yeah, that would be good. But just some of the stuff that we offer. We have Strategic Safety Security Group. It's www.sssgrp.net. Check out the store. If you don't see it online, because we could only put a certain amount, just let us know. Drop us a little comment, what you're looking for, and we'll get it for you. If if you go on www.nextorch.com, if you go under support, you go into training, you're going to see yours truly, because we're their national trainers. But also, there's a portion on there you can click, it'll take you to us in our store. It'll also take you to our course that we have, an online course for how to be safe and a responsible concealed carry citizen. So we do have that, and it's also linked with the Martel Training Group, who does a whole bunch of videos on safety, and even though he doesn't give legal advice, it does bring you up to speed on some of the laws, and they're ever changing. So something you always want to do your research on and know. Depends on what state you're in and what the laws are. So you have to keep aware of what you can and can't do. All right, outstanding.
So, y'all know the rules. Dr. Jeff came in to step in. A lot of gear. Everything is going to be popping up, so y'all go check it out. Click a link, go shop, get some things that'll help you save yourself. These should be in your car. Car accidents happen way too often, and sometimes people do lose limbs. Tourniquets are great for that if you have a little something left. But y'all know how I go, man. Jump in them comments, let us know what you like, what you didn't like, what you need, what you want to order. Go hit the website out. Go spend some money. I'm going to try and get them to add that code so we get that BTI 10. Save more coins. Hey, but y'all know how I go. Have fun, shoot safe. Let's go.